Hey everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your news report and second stimulus check update. In this video, I'll be going over all the newest updates in regards to our second stimulus payment. The New York Times reports that President-elect Joe Biden renewed his calls on Friday for Congress and President Trump to act and act now to boost the sagging economic recovery, while expressing confidence that further economic pain will bring lawmakers back to the negotiating table for an additional round of aid after he takes office in January. And according to ABC News in Philadelphia, after numerous fits and starts and months of inaction, optimism is finally building in Washington for a stimulus relief bill that would offer relief for businesses, the unemployed, schools, and healthcare providers. Under pressure from moderates in both parties, and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell have initiated late-game negotiations in hopes of combining a relief package. Republican Senator Josh Hawley and Democratic Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez are on opposite ends of the political spectrum, but they're on the same page about one thing: stimulus checks, and that they must be included in the next stimulus bill. That's according to Fox News. Now before I get into the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. That way you will never miss all of the newest and most up-to-date, reliable stimulus check updates. And let's get this video to 5,000 likes if you want Congress to pass more stimulus checks before the end of the year. Now let's check out this video from CNBC. It's about Speaker Pelosi and Mitch McConnell resuming talks as pressure for stimulus mounts.
The idea that McConnell and Pelosi are talking is an important idea, and it indicates some real progress. And take a look at this quote. We have it on a full screen for you. The quote from McConnell yesterday. He said, "We're both interested in getting an outcome." Now that seems like bland talk, but in Washington speak, what that means is we're actually talking. So that's an encouraging sign. The idea here is that there's a $908 billion deal that's out there that's potentially doable with only about $300 to $350 billion in new money. A lot of the money in this deal could come from reappropriated or reauthorized CARES Act funding, PPP funding that wasn't spent, and the rest now redirected toward other targets. Less clear is the prospect for a spending bill by the end of the year, but ultimately we've got a number of different sort of spending cliffs here. There's this Defense Authorization Act, which the president was tweeting about last night. That's a $740 billion bill that's a must pass for the defense industry. That the president is now threatening to veto if it doesn't include a provision rolling back Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act regarding social media, which is unrelated to the defense bill entirely. The president wants it in there. Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill say no. The president now says he'll veto that defense bill. And then, of course, we've got a spending bill fight between now and the end of the year. But it does look like we're inching closer now to some more deal making, really, on this idea of a relief bill. The question is, where is that going to land? What are the details? A lot of unknowns here. Joe Biden, the president-elect, seems to have really moved this debate along this week by signaling earlier in the week that he wanted a deal before he takes office. That pushed Democrats back to the table, and it seems to have broken the logjam a little bit, and we'll see where it goes. Joe.
Now folks, what do you think Congress will do now? They have 6 days left to pass a government spending bill and a second stimulus package before Joe Biden enters office on January 20th. So will a stimulus payment be sent out? Tell me what you think in the comments down below. According to the New York Times, Biden calls on Congress to act now to boost the sagging economy amid stimulus talks. Speaking in Delaware, Biden thanked the Republican and Democratic senators who are attempting to negotiate a $908 billion compromise package for the lame duck session. He said the situation is very urgent. If we don't act now, the future will be very bleak. The stimulus proposal under discussion would send nearly $300 billion in new aid to small businesses, $180 billion to unemployed workers, and $160 billion to state, local, and tribal governments suffering revenue shortfalls in the pandemic. Biden went on to urge lawmakers to come back for another wave of assistance after Inauguration Day, in part to help hasten the development of a vaccine. Biden also said it will be important for lawmakers to pass more sweeping legislation to address long-standing needs in the economy, like rebuilding infrastructure. According to the New York Times, Biden said, to truly end this crisis, Congress is going to need to fund more testing, as well as a more equitable and free distribution of the vaccine. We're going to need more economic relief to bridge through 2021, until this pandemic and economic crisis are over. Do you think that President-elect Joe Biden will do a better job in office than President Trump? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. And according to Fox News, politicians like Josh Hawley and AOC say that the next stimulus bill must include stimulus checks. Josh Hawley tweeted out, "I will gladly work with @AOC and anyone else who wants to help working families. Families and working people in need should be the first consideration in stimulus relief, not the last." After months at a stalemate, Congress is inching towards a $908 billion stimulus bill. That excludes $1,200 direct payments to every American. With that being said, folks, that's all the news in today's video. If you found this video useful, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. That way you'll never miss all the newest and most up-to-date, reliable stimulus check information. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and until next time, have a great day.